What's good, Nessa Gang? Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, what's good? Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe button, be a part of Nessa Gang, because Nessa Gang is the littest gang of all gangs. So it's been about 3 months since my nails have been done because I refuse to have anybody touch them for a variety of reasons, but one being that I already know how to, so I might as well just do them. You're probably thinking that this isn't my usual content, but that's because I usually post everything beauty related on my other channel, which is Vanessa Lynn Beauty. But anyways, in result for me waiting so long to do my nails, they look the worst that they've ever been. I've had so many painful hangnails and cracked cuticles. I refuse to fix it though until I could find the time and energy to record with you guys. So do me a favor and tap that like button for your girl. Diving right into it, I'm starting off by soaking my hands in warm water. I put it in the microwave for a minute and added some Dawn soap. I soaked it for 10 minutes so that the cuticles can get soft enough for me to be able to push back with the cuticle pusher without much resistance. The next thing I do is remove the excess cuticle that I pushed back. If it's like too bulky, I don't really like it, so I'll go ahead and remove it as carefully as possible so I don't cut myself. And I'll also take out any hangnails or dry skin. Anything that doesn't make it look nice and neat, like a good little manicure, yeah, it gotta go. And then after that, I trim down my nails as small as possible. When I used to go to the nail salon, I used to be low-key offended, like, no, I need my length. Like, that way, eventually, I don't need acrylics. But, girl, cut them things down, especially if you're gonna be getting acrylic. It really doesn't matter. Plus, my nails are pretty flimsy. It's always been like that, except for this, when I was taking prenatals, they were like so hard. Ugh, if you guys have any tips, let me know. But yeah, even when I don't wear acrylics, they're pretty soft. Also, my nails get really dry because I have this hydraulic eczema, so I had to moisturize before starting to do my nails, otherwise I'd get a really bad flare-up. And next was to remove the shine by sanding down my nails with a medium grit sanding bit. I take a lot of time on this step because I want to ensure no lifting. Also, when I'm doing a full set, I do one hand at a time because once I get to the second hand, what will happen is that the oil, your natural oil, will come back to the surface and you would have to re-prep. Otherwise, it's going to be lifting. I learned that the hard way when I was starting doing nails. I was so confused why my left hand, which was done by my dominant hand, would stay on longer than the other hand. And at first I thought it was just because my right hand is done with my non-dominant hand, but come to find out it was because I was prepping it all at once, and since I was beginning, it was taking me hours to just apply the application, so it was long overdue for a re-prep that I did not do. So I had a lot of oils that caused lifting. But I applied my tips with some glue by Makar, discount code in the description. Then I applied 2 coats of the Young Nail Protein Bond. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, but a cool tip I learned that many may or may not know is to stack magnets to measure the perfect consistent length every time. Works like a charm. Now that the prep is done, it's time for application. I'm using Monomer by Young Nails, and they're acrylic in the color Cover Rosebud. I also use a local acrylic that is in the color Vanilla. Most of the nails are ombre, which I was really proud of actually because I thought they were just so beautifully blended, and it was the first time trying it and I was so happy. And I'm gonna go ahead and apologize ahead of time for the casual blur and not being in the middle of the frame. Believe it or not, it's actually a really difficult task to do. I've learned that placing beads at the bottom help my application and speed a lot, so if you're struggling and you apply your beads and you're a beginner at the top and try to let it drip down, I would try to start at the bottom until you get better, and then you can do less beads. But when I started, I would apply it at the top, and then my acrylic would dry before it could reach the end, which would make it inconsistent and clumpy, so you'd have to fix it, which means you need extra beads, and sometimes they'll be dry, sometimes they'll be runny. It's just a hot mess. You get the acrylic stuck in your brush. It's just crazy. So what helped me a lot, like I said, was placing the beads from bottom to top. I personally feel like it gives you more control that way. And I cannot wait until I master the whole nail and shape within 1 to 3 beads. Also, what helped me do more consistent beads was this bead practice sheet. I just looked it up on Google and or Amazon, and I just screenshotted some bead sheets, and then I went to, I believe, Walmart or Target and got some laminating sheets, and I did it like that. That helped so much, and I got a lot of questions about it, so yeah, that's the tea. And disclaimer, I am still working on my application because I am still not consistent. I started in 2020 and I have only done probably about 10-15 sets through, like, spread out. So yeah, but lately nails has been the only thing that I've been thinking about. It's literally my happy place. I don't think about anything else but what to do next and how can I achieve this. And it's just a really good outlet. So if you guys are struggling with like overthinking, or you're really bored, or you're eating your boredness away, or like any bad habit, I would recommend starting a hobby that requires a lot of patience and practice. I was so proud of myself after I finished my hand because I was like, girl, look at that blend. Okay, period. And then not only that, but I didn't make the nails bulky because I had that problem in the beginning. Because like I said, I kept applying beads and beads and beads and I just never thought it was thick enough. But yeah, I'm getting a lot better with it. And originally I was going to show you guys me doing the other hand because you know it's repetitive, but I wanted to show you guys this important step that helped me do my non-dominant hand, which was pre-applying the acrylic on the nail tips. That way most of it is already done and applied and you don't have to worry about that weird angle to make sure the acrylic doesn't get everywhere. It just makes it so much better. But doing this, I completely forgot about trimming them because we trimmed down the length, and this is where I knew that I messed up because all of the tips were longer than my left side of the hand, and that required me to use a drill. And I should have done that before I applied more acrylic to blend the acrylic into my actual nail. But I didn't. I waited to the end, so it ended up taking like double the time to be able to drill it because I was trying to be quiet so I didn't wake up the baby. But lesson learned for next time. If you never tried this tip, I definitely recommend. It definitely cuts the time in half, but obviously I gained that half by not trimming it. And a part of me just wanted to leave it like that, but the other part of me was like, girl, you need to perfect your craft. Like, stop half-assing it. So even though I was up really late, I didn't actually end up finishing this set until 5 in the morning. I had a whole energy drink and everything. I was dedicated. Not only that, but I also had a photo shoot the next day. And since I haven't had my nails done in 3 months, I was like, no, we need to get right. We need to do what I need to do. And I didn't want them as long as the tip because I remember in one photo shoot, I was just like, oh my gosh, my nails are freakishly long. And it just wasn't cute to me. For certain aesthetics, okay, but like it just wasn't giving. So anyway, yeah, that was my thought process. I was watching a movie and listening to music. I think I was watching a movie at first and then listening to music. I don't know, but that helps me a lot. Or I'll get on a phone call and I'll talk to like somebody I haven't talked to and catch up with them. Just a vibe. It's a crazy vibe when I'm doing my nails. I love it. By the way, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I changed my brush. At first, I was using a number 14. I got it from Young Nails. It was the very first brush that I got, but I usually use bigger brushes when I'm doing it longer. But that's how you know, like every time I wait too long to do my nails, I be forgetting important steps and like the things that I should use and the things that work best for me. So if you're practicing and you want to take something seriously, I was just doing it just because I like doing my own nails. But if you're like trying to make money off of it and you're really trying to get good and do other people's nails, then I recommend not taking too long of a break. But yeah, I ended up switching to my number 18 Kolinsky brush by Kiara Sky. This is my either second or third brush that I bought. I have a total of 5 with one just chilling just in case I need a backup, something happens, like my daughter gets into it or I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I like really long nails and I find it easier to apply my acrylic with bigger brushes because you're going to be able to get more liquid, which makes bigger beads. For the longest, when I was a beginner, I feel like I'm a beginner still, but when I was a beginner, I used to be so confused and think that I was just such a horrible nail tech because no matter what I did, my number 14 brush would not pick up a big enough bead for these long nails that I wanted, which would result in me taking way longer than I needed to. I would completely lose interest in nails and it became to not be therapy because I'm just like, oh my God, it's so frustrating. It's way harder than it looks. But as I started to try new things, which I definitely recommend, like a bigger brush, it just helped me so much. So do your research. What works for one person may not work for the other. I also learned that squeezing my brushes tip to make them flat works a lot too. That brush that you just saw me use wasn't as flat, but it's pretty flat. The biggest brush that I have is, I believe, a 20 or 22. I started my nails pretty late, I believe at like 10 p.m., which was a big mistake because I wanted these to be my birthday nails so I can do a birthday shoot, but I was running out of time. Time was not on my side. Like I said, I didn't finish doing my nails until about 5 a.m. So I had to figure out something quick, and I have a bunch of gems that I bought when I first started doing nails, so I figured I would just bling out my nails, which took forever because I've never done that before, like try to have a cute little outline in gems. I'm very new in that, so I feel like that took a great amount of time as well. Also, another tip, a tech/owner of one of the local warehouses that I usually go to said that plastic drills work better. And to be honest, I agree. All my bits are metal. That's what I started with. And I thought it was just a sales pitch, but I'm glad I still tried it because I actually prefer plastic over the metal ones. Here goes the regret of not filing the nail before starting to apply acrylic. This part took so long, like I said. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now and let you guys see what I do. Again, apologize for not being in the camera, blurriness, or if I skipped any steps. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I should also continue to post on my content on this channel or keep my beauty and main channel separated. Again, any discount codes and frequent why can't I talk? Frequently used items will be linked below within my Amazon or Hype link. Thanks for watching.